Hey, Daniel Parsons, grateful to be with you. It's the 16th of July, 2020. I rarely make any political statements. I stay out of this. I'm a born again Christian. I'm a member since 2006 when I first started attending a Bible based church. I have the beliefs of Jesus, and in the Bible, it does teach that Jesus did get angry with the money changers when they were trying to make a business out of his house of prayer. And I just got really, really disturbed this morning. I've become aware of just how serious a problem. We've got a civil war going on in the United States of America. You've got a socialist, liberal side, and then you've got the conservative side, and they're polar opposites. They can't get along in Washington, D.C. We've got career politicians on both sides of the aisle, Republicans, Democrats. They've been in office for a career, and our founders never intended for that to happen. They wanted citizen statesmen, accountants, bankers, lawyers, um, businessmen to go to Washington, D.C. and represent their areas of the country for 2 to 4 years and then return home back to their business. And we've got a really messed up thing. There is no republic like the United States of America. God has abundantly blessed this nation. Um, the church that I'm a member of has missionaries in over 200 countries in the world, sharing the gospel that Jesus Christ will come soon. Uh, but there are some flaws with our system. We got polarized politics, and I've become aware of something called the deep state, and I've been reading online. I don't listen to the news media because it's so depressing, and but we've got something called the deep state, and we've got these super wealthy billionaires that are ultra liberal that are trying to destroy the United States of America. And I'm a veteran. That's the reason on a hot July morning, I've got my U.S. Air Force fatigue jacket on. When I went into the U.S. Air Force, I rose my hand and I swore I'd defend the Constitution. And I've seen statements that the socialist liberal agenda is they're ready to change the Constitution, and it's a very, very secure document. It guarantees you and me freedom of religion. Okay, and we've got a system with this COVID-19 pandemic that's trying to take away your rights, and there's all this stuff about social distancing, and you can do your own research. And the fact that this deep state has been at work, they've been planning how to release a biological warfare. And so this COVID-19 stuff, this is not new. This stuff has been going on. I don't know all the details about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. The only thing that I'm saying is I'm very upset. I'm angry. I have to pray to God about it. I have to turn it over. That we've got people that are trying to destroy this country, and uh, the fact that I don't want to mention any names because I'm a humble man. I got humble belongings. I rent an apartment. And if I say out some names, I might get somebody slap me with a lawsuit. And I don't have anything that they could take. But uh, these ultra rich billionaires, their agenda, and they control the news media. One of them even owns the Washington Post. And for them to brainwash the American people, it just makes me sick. And the last thing about this 2020 election, I sure do wish we had an independent candidate that was outside of the main political parties that we have in this country. There are some things that the Democratic Party stands for that I'm for. We should have the ability for people to go and get an education to raise themselves up through our wonderful system. And then I also believe in some of the conservative principles. So I've always been an independent minded person. My grandfather was actually a state uh, senator in the state of Tennessee back in the very early 50s, and he was a Democrat, but he left the Democratic Party because of the mindset. And the Democratic Party of my grandfather's era is totally different than what you see today. All this stuff about the abortion and allowing a child at the even like 9 months for to be aborted, that's murder. And so these are things that we need to consider. There's a deep state agenda. There's these ultra billionaires that are controlling the media, trying to brainwash people, trying to keep people in fear. They're doing everything they can to sway this election that's coming up. And boy, I sure do wish there was an independent political party candidate. In my mind, if everybody was thinking, they would he would win by a landslide. Now, I'm not saying it could just be a guy; it could be a woman also. But I'm not what do you call it? Not for equal rights as far as the women, according to the Bible, are equal to men. So anyway, that's all I've got. I'm just pray for the United States of America. This stuff about the deep state and how this biological weapon, this COVID-19, was all planned, and all this stuff going on about keeping people in fear. The best thing that me and my wife do is we don't listen to the media. We do get stuff that's on the internet, and we get out in the fresh air and walk in the sunshine. By the way, if you do end up with COVID-19, drink warm lemon water 3 or 4 times a day, get your rest, and get out in the sunshine because that virus cannot stay in UV light. And also, it won't live in UV light. Supercharge your immune system. And I've got a blog, danielparsonsministry.com, that's got many healthy living resources. So pray for the United States of America. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just search Daniel Parsons Ministry. Bye.